Well, greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the next installment, round two results of our, no, this is our round two results, yes, of our AMC Movie Madness Tournament, the animated edition. Of course, last week we went through round one and our results from there, setting up the round two matchups, and today we're giving you the round two results, setting up the round three matchups. So, without any further ado, let's dive into this. Remember, this was voted on by you guys. We just tell you what the matchups are. You guys voted, and at the end of this video, you guys will then have the opportunity to again vote on the round three matchups to see who advances on to round four. Look for the link to that poll that you go and vote on at the top of the description below this video. So without any further ado, let's move on to the round two matchups. In round two, we had the Lion King matched up against the number 9 seed, the Iron Giant. This is kind of expected, a one-sided win for the Lion King, bringing in 76.4% of your vote. Once again, there's about 15,000 votes cast. And Iron Giant actually fared pretty well. Iron Giant got 23.6% of the vote. So Iron Giant goes home. The Lion King moves on to round number 3. Let's move on to the next matchup. And the next matchup has The Incredibles matched up against Toy Story. This was a number 5 versus a number 4 seed. We knew it was going to be close. This was by far the closest one of the second round, but The Incredibles pulls it off. The Incredibles gets 51.7% of the vote. The original Toy Story gets 48.3% of your vote. So the original Toy Story is now out of the tournament. The Incredibles moves on to round 3. Next up, we have Up taking on The Nightmare Before Christmas. Up, the number 3 seed, The Nightmare Before Christmas, number 11, and Up wins it handily. Up takes 68.8% of the vote. Nightmare Before Christmas, which I gotta tell you, actually did a little bit better than I thought it would against Up, gets 31.2% of the vote. Up moves on to the third round of the tournament. Next up, we had the number 2 seed, Aladdin, taking on the number 7 seed, Finding Nemo. I'll be honest with you, I thought this one was going to be closer, but my pick won. The number 2 seed, Aladdin, wins with 65% of the vote. Finding Nemo, 35%. Like I said, I think a lot of us knew that Aladdin was going to win this one, but I thought we might see like a 55-45 type of thing. But as it turns out, Aladdin, quite popular, takes the matchup pretty handily. Now we move on to the next matchup. It is the number 1 seed, Toy Story 3, against the number 9 seed, Pinocchio. Landslide. Actually, I'm a little bit surprised that Pinocchio got 17%, but Pinocchio did manage to get together 17% of the vote. Toy Story 3, the number 1 seed, wins with 83% of the vote, and it moves on to round number 3. Next up, we've got Monsters, Inc., the number 13 seed against the number 12 seed, Frozen. And both were surprised that they moved on from the first round. They ended up in the second round against each other. And Monsters, Inc., as you can see, wins handily. 76.3% of your vote compared to Frozen's 23.7% of the vote. Frozen's run is over. Monsters, Inc. moves on to the third round. 2 more matchups for you. We had the other number 1 seed, Beauty and the Beast, against, this was going to be close, against the number 3 seed, Beauty and the Beast, against the number 6 seed, Ratatouille. Beauty and the Beast wins this one, 58.6% of the vote to Ratatouille's 41.4%. This was a bit of a coin toss for me. I did not know which way you guys were going to vote on this, but Beauty and the Beast advances on to the Elite 8. Ratatouille's run is done, which brings us up to the final matchup in round number 2, which was Toy Story 2, the number 2 seed against the number 10 seed, The Jungle Book. No surprise here, Toy Story 2 wins this matchup, 65.4% of the vote to 34.6% of the vote. So Toy Story 2 moves on, and this sets up these 4 third-round matchups. These are the 8 remaining teams left now. The first matchup in round number 4 is going to be Lion King versus The Incredibles. That is going to be nuts. That is good. Actually, all 4 of these are just kind of ludicrous. So on the Lassiter side of the bracket, our semifinal on the Lassiter side is Lion King against The Incredibles. Also on the Lassiter side, the other semifinal is going to be Up versus Aladdin. Anyway, that's kind of nuts. Let's move on to the Miyazaki side of the bracket. On the Miyazaki side of the bracket, we've got Toy Story 3 going up against Monsters, Inc., number 1 against number 13. I think Monsters, Inc. has had a really good run, but I think it's going to run into a buzzsaw against Toy Story 3. I think Toy Story 3 is going to take this one, but Monsters, Inc. had a nice run. And also on the Miyazaki side of the bracket, we got Beauty and the Beast winning its round 2 matchup, going up against Toy Story 2, winning its... this is a number 2 versus number 3. I don't know. Actually, there's 3 of these things, 3 of the 4 matchups. I absolutely have no clue. Let's look at this one again. Lion King versus The Incredibles. I simply cannot tell at this point. Like, for me, my vote, I know myself, my vote is going to go for Lion King. Incredibles is, as the title suggests, absolutely incredible, but I know a lot of people absolutely have a huge fond place in their heart for that film, so that is going to be close. Then we go on to the other one in the Laster matchup as we look at Up versus Aladdin. These are 2 beloved films, Aladdin versus Up. I personally think my vote would go for Aladdin, but Up is more recent, very popular. It's going to be close to see it. So 3 out of the 4 of these are going to be super, super tight. I think the one I'm calling is going to be Toy Story 3 over Monsters, Inc. And watch, that's going to be the one that I'm wrong about. So there you have, folks. Let's take a look at the bracket again. This is what the bracket looks like now. Going into the 3rd round, once again, it's Lion King versus The Incredibles. It's Up versus Aladdin. Toy Story 3 versus Monsters, Inc., and Beauty and the Beast versus Toy Story 2. These will determine the finalists for their individual brackets. But now it is up to you guys. You guys check that link right below this video in the description of this video where you go and you cast your vote. You guys decide which of these 8 teams move on to the final 4. So go on down there, click that, and then we will have the results of round number 3 as well as the matchups for round number 4 next Friday. So that'll do it for us, folks, on this installment of our March Movie Madness Tournament. Don't forget to check us out every day on AMC Movie Talk, right here on our AMC YouTube channel, and make sure you subscribe to our channel as well. So until next Friday, my name is John Cabe here for AMC Movie News. Go and vote, and we'll see you next time.